So, got a news announcement regarding Trackhouse Racing. They're teaming up with Red Bull for the upcoming 2025 season. Let's have a look at the full story here on the motorsportreports.com. Like I said, this is a site we're going to be seeing a lot over the weeks and months to come and beyond, of course. Let's just read out this announcement and what it means for both Trackhouse and Red Bull as well. Trackhouse Racing announced today that Red Bull will serve as the official energy drink of Trackhouse Racing and the primary partner on Shane Van Gisbergen's number 88 Chevrolet in 5 NASCAR Cup Series races, as well as the Cup Series debut of 18-year-old Connor Zilisch, who will drive the number 87 Red Bull Chevrolet at the Circuit of the Americas in Austin, Texas on the 2nd of March. It's an incredible chapter in the history of Trackhouse Racing to welcome Red Bull back to NASCAR, said Trackhouse founder and owner Justin Marks. Red Bull is one of the most powerful brands in the world, and it's an honor for us to embark on a partnership with such an iconic company. Red Bull and Trackhouse share a passion for racing stories and memorable experiences. This is a huge win for our sport and a moment that will resonate with millions of NASCAR fans around the world. I'm thrilled for Connor, Shane and every member of Trackhouse to partner with who I consider to be the greatest motorsport company in the world. We are more than honoured to welcome Red Bull to the Trackhouse Racing family. SVG has been a Red Bull athlete since 2016 when the Auckland, New Zealand native raced in the Supercars series when he won titles in 2016, 21 and 22 and scored 78 wins and 47 pole positions, making him the fourth most successful driver in the history of the series. He also won the Bathurst 1000 in 2020 and 22. He made his NASCAR debut at the Chicago Street Race in 2023 as part of Trackhouse Racing's Project 91 program. Marks created to give international racing stars an opportunity in NASCAR. SVG took advantage, becoming the first driver in 60 years to win on his Cup Series debut. That victory led to SVG moving to America as a Trackhouse development driver and competing for Cowlig Racing in the Xfinity Series, where he won 3 times in 2024. In 2025, he embarks on his rookie year in the Cup Series. SVG will drive the familiar Red Bull paint scheme at the 16th of March race at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway, July 13th at Sonoma, California Raceway, where he won in Xfinity Series last season, I believe, on the 3rd of August at Iowa Speedway, on the 23rd of August at Daytona, Florida International Speedway, and the 28th of September at Kansas. I have enjoyed a lot of new experiences and met a lot of new people since coming to NASCAR, but it is nice to be joined by Red Bull, who has been a big supporter of mine for many years back home, said Van Gisbergen. I'd love nothing more than to give Red Bull a victory as a way to thank them for joining myself, Connor and Trackhouse Racing. Zilisch, a Trackhouse Racing development driver, stormed onto the racing scene in 2024, compiling an impressive resume that includes winning his NASCAR Xfinity Series debut at Watkins Glen International, plus 2 Craftsman's Truck Series poles victories at the Rolex Daytona 24 Hours. Was that last year? I can't remember now, but it happened at some point. And the 12 Hours of Sebring, 4 ARCA races and Cars Tour events as well. Zilisch is racing full-time in Xfinity for JR Motorsports. He already has a relationship with Red Bull when the company selected him as a Red Bull athlete in August. I was surprised when they presented me my Red Bull helmet and hat last summer, and doubly surprised when they told me I would make my Cup debut in the 87 powered by Red Bull paint scheme, said Zilisch, who joined Van Gisbergen in a social media video released today announcing the race sponsorship and new partnership with Trackhouse Racing. Red Bull is going to bring a lot more eyes into NASCAR, and I think everyone will win when that happens. Yeah, I mean, Red Bull used to be in NASCAR with Scott Speed back in the day. I remember after he left Formula One, he went to NASCAR and didn't do pretty well in NASCAR either, to be fair, but he was sponsored by Red Bull still at that point. I don't know if they've been in since. I'm just trying to think now. It's hard to remember, but I know they were in the past, and hopefully they'll be in, with a place higher up the grid. Red Bull loves to invest in extreme sports and motorsports, things that appeal to young people. Formula One, of course, being one of the standouts of those. And yeah, I mean, it's a good thing that NASCAR is attracting this kind of sponsors. NASCAR is not struggling for sponsors, but sponsors based outside the United States, I think, with a more global appeal is a good thing. And of course, SVG being from New Zealand as well, that also helps the kind of global appeal of NASCAR for me. That is what NASCAR needs to kind of go to the next step. And of course, controversial, I know, the fact they're going to Mexico City this season, but I'm all for it because, again, you've got that international appeal there. So yeah, what do you think, guys? Are you excited to see Red Bull back in NASCAR? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and we'll see you very soon for some more content here on the NASCARchronicle.com. Like, share, comment, subscribe, ring the bell as well, and we'll see you very soon, guys. Have a good one.